In this video, I'll be talking about how to trade the one shot one kill, where we call it as Osok. Okay, one shot one kill. We'll call it Osok. Okay, we use um, uh, this model to trade the high impact names like CPI, NFP, PPI. Okay, you can also use it to trade FOMC, but from my uh, data gathering that I've done, I've got to see that CPI has the highest possibility of working, followed by NFP, then PPI. Okay, FOMC is not all that strong, so I'll be teaching you guys how to do the one shot one kill. It's very easy, and you need to be very not all that precise, but you have to be very careful about how you go about it. So I think that when you listen to me in everything that I'll be saying in this video, I think you'll be okay when in case maybe you want to try the Osok method. Okay, so to not waste time on this video, we'll be doing the CPI that happened on 12th May, which was a Tuesday. Okay, so we will be going to 12th May to go and do the CPI and method and see how it would have worked for us. Okay, so 12th May, then around 8:30, and we will do it at around um, 8:15, so we can be close enough. So we always do this. You can do this on, any time frame. It actually doesn't matter, but I prefer doing it on the 5 minute and the 1 minute. Okay, so to do this, to actually trade um, the data releases or the data candle releases, you need to have a protection pad. Okay, you need to have a protection pad. Okay, and this protection pad is what is actually going to protect you in a case where you are wrong. Okay, because actually we'll be hedging. Okay, not like putting all those orders together like at once. We are not going to buy and sell at once. Like we'll be buying around this area at once and selling us in the same area at once. No, since we don't know where the data releases, the data release candles is going to go. It can go up, it can go down. Okay, since we do not know, we are going to set buy stops above what? Some couple of distance above the current price. Okay, in a case like how in a case like I want to check if this thing is recording. Okay, in a case like 12 May, okay, we would be around 825 because that's the candle um before the news release. Okay, which is this candle here, which means that what from this candle here, okay, to the next candle, is the 8:30 candle, and this is the candle we want to catch. Okay, so at this area here, we will be a couple distance above the current price, which is at 29,437. Okay, a couple distance above here, then we put our buy stops here. A couple distance below the current price, then we put our sell stops here. Okay, so the one that will get triggered first, if the buy stops gets triggered first, we immediately close the sell stops. If the sell stops gets triggered first, we immediately close the buy stops. Okay, so in this kind of setup, we always go full size. And when I say full size, like we risk our entire our entire account. Okay, so we risk our entire account, and we only do this on evaluation prop firms. Okay, you can't do this on a real account. If you do this on a real account, it's going to be very bad. Okay, so you can do this on an eval. Okay, like an Apex account. You grab an Apex account. Okay, then we go for the end of day Apex accounts. Once always use do this kind of things on end of day Apex accounts where you are going to put buy stops above here, sell stops above here. One may ask, what distance should I put the buy stops from the what the current price, and what distance should I put the sell stops from the current price? It's very easy. There is an indicator called, you come here, then you search for DTR Osok, this one, day trading router. Okay, he's the one that made this Osok protection pad and it's free. So you search for Osok protection pad by DTR, day trading router, and this is account, everything is here. I don't know if I can get something here. Yeah, I know this is how he is. Okay, and you just search for Osok protection pad and it will just pop up for you. Okay, so I have mine here, so I just have to enable it. Okay, so let's remove this one and enable this one. So this is mine. Okay, so you see, whenever you press, you use that indicator to give you two lines, one green line, one horizontal green line, and one horizontal red line. Okay, so now you can see that from the current price here to this place is 37 points, and from that same area towards the down point is also what, around 37 points, which is exactly 36. Okay, why do I see 37? Why do I use 37 up, 37 down? Because when I click on his indicator, okay, when I click on his indicator, you see that my protection value that I use is 37. So when I reduce this to what, 20, okay, you see that what, the distances have what actually reduced here. Okay, when I reduce it to what, back to 37 or maybe around 25, and I use 25, it will actually what, go up small. When I use 40, it will go up very big. Okay, and I like using 37. Okay, because 37 is actually not too big, not too small. And from the data that I have gathered, it tells me that what, using a protection pad of 37 is actually good for me. Okay, so using a protection pad of 37, okay, you will see that the number of points from the what, the current price to the green line is 37. The same thing downwards is also 37. So you put in what, buy stops. Okay, so you go here, you create a what, a stop order, then you put in the what, since this is what, this is NQ, which is the what, the minis. Okay, I go in with what, 4 minis. Okay, so let's say if you grab a 25k Apex account, the maximum minutes you can use is 4 minutes, which is what, 40 micros. Okay, and with 4 minutes, you're actually risking the full account. Okay, and on a 25k account, the profit target you have to make is what, 1,500. So I add an additional thousand. I add an additional 100 to the 1,500 to make it 1,600. So I just need to make above 1,500 to pass the account. Okay, so if I go in with 4 minis, okay, when I go in with 4 minis, I'm making what, I'm going with 4 minutes and I want to make 1,600. And you see that what, when I go with 4 minutes, the distance from here to here is small. But if I try to increase it and I'm like, oh, I'm afraid, so let me use lesser than what, the 4 minutes. You see, the money keeps on going up. Sorry, the distance keeps on going what, up. And it's a very bad thing for what also, because the wider the distance of your TP from your what, your order, the more you need what, the candle, the 830 candle to what, keep on flying up. But that's not what we mean. We just need it to move a small distance, pick our order, hit our TP level, or what, take us out of the trade so that we can pass our account. So I go with 4. You see, 4 is very close to the what, the order, and that's what we want. Okay, we want the TP to be very, very close to the what, the order. Okay, so I go with 4 minutes, and what, I'm making 1,600 to pass the account. I press buy here, then I do the same thing here, the same exact thing as the sell. 4 minutes, 1,600 sell. Okay, so I watch this timer here, the timer here. So when it's 8:25, which is here, 8:25, when it's 8:25 and it's 10 seconds, like how this thing is what, running here. So let's say here will be 8:25, then here will be at 50. Okay, it's at 50, then it's going to 51, 52, 53, and you know that what, the moment it reaches 59, then it goes to 000. Here will be what, 8:30, and that's when what, the next candle will start what, moving up and down. Okay, So when it's at 825 and it's around the 50 there, I click here, then I drag this one here, and I click here, and I drag this one here. Okay, so you see 59, then back, just like that. The candle starts what printing up or down. Okay, so this one I'm going to back test this day, which was a CPI day. CPI day 12 May, it was 8:30, and that's the next candle here. So you see my buy stop, I put it on the green line, my sell stops, I drag it to the red line. Okay, so I use quant tower. Okay, and with this my quant tower here, I use quant tower, and with quant tower I can actually drag my buy stops, and it picks my TP level. Okay, it depends on the platform that you're using, because some platforms don't give you the opportunity to be doing this. Like MT5, you can't be doing this. MT5, if you try dragging the buy stop or software, it doesn't pick the TP levels. Okay, and you can see that this one we don't set stop losses here. Okay, so this one we go full size, we either blow the account or we pass the account. It's that's why we call it one shot, one kill. Okay, it's the reason, that's the reason for the name. Okay, and it's called um, one shot, one kill. Okay, which is what Sook, one shot, one kill. Okay, and as I said, I learned everything from this guy here. Okay, this guy DTR, Day Trading Realtor. You can check his name on YouTube. Day Trading Realtor. You can check his name on YouTube. He teaches it very very well than me. Okay, so you just do this, then just look at something. Okay, so here you can see that what here price actually did what picked us in the buy stop area. Okay, you see it failed to touch the sell stop, so you close this one here. You get me? And we didn't even hit the TP level in one candle. Okay, but look at something good. So you see that in this trade here, since me I am risking the whole account. If price picks my buy stops, okay, and it picks my buy stops, and it didn't hit my buy stop on, and like it didn't hit the TP level with the 830 candle at once. It had to hit it on the 835. Okay, me I don't panic. Okay, or I don't feel like, oh, what is happening? What? No, 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 because I've accepted the risk that I am blowing the account, or I'm passing the account. You get me? So until I blow the account, I don't close this trade yet. But I close the sell stops because it didn't pick my sell stop. And you all could see the distance that it had towards my sell stop. That's the reason why I use a part size of 35. Okay, so that I can give more room for the manipulations that will happen in the opposite direction. So that after the manipulations, price can go in the true direction. Okay, so here, if I go to the 1 minute, you see it very clearly. We got executed on this candle here. We got executed on this candle here, then we got out on this candle, which is the 835 candle here. Okay, good. So this was a win. Okay, and if you traded this CPI data candle on this day, which is 12 May, you would have made what? You would have made what? Progress. Do you understand? Just like how I just made 1,600 here. Okay, all this is paper money, it's demo account. So let's go for another day. Let me do another one. So let's go to this CPI on 12 May. Let's go to June 5th, which was the next um, June 5th. I think that was NFP. Yes, this NFP. Okay, non-farm employment change. This NFP June 5th. So let's go for June 5th. Let's go for June 5th. It's going to be a long way. I can just go here and just go to June 5th. June 5th, 8:15. 8:15, select. So 8:15. So let's go for the 8:25. This 8:20, and that's 8:25. So we do the same thing. 35. I'm using a part size of 37. So I come here, I add an order, buy stops, I go for what, the 4 minutes, 1600. If I was using MNQ, okay, I would have gone for what, 40 micros. Okay, but this one is minis, so I have to go for what, 4 minutes, because that's the maximum apex gives on a 25k account. Okay, I want to make 1500, but I have to pass it, which is like 1600. So I go for the buy stops here. I come here, I add an order, I go for sell, take profits, the same thing, the same values. I go for what, I sell something. This is my sell stops. I click here, I drag this thing here. There's some couple like 10 seconds to what, 10 seconds to um, you know 10 seconds to the 8:30, so you'll be like 8:25. Then if it's 10 seconds to the what, the 8:30, you drag your what, the buy stops, the sell stops, then you sit there and wait. So then you wait, then you see the magic, just like that. Okay, so just like this, you close this one. You see this one too, price was very close to the what, price was very close to the what, the level. Okay, that's why I always tell you that using a par side of 37 is very, very good. Okay, so this one, I think we hit the full TP on one candle. So this one, you can see that this one we got executed on one candle and went out on one candle. This is actually what we want. Okay, so this one to be made what, profit on this candle here. Okay, and that's everything about Osok and how to pass. This is how you can pass evals in 1 day, because Apex actually allows that. Okay, you can pass evals in 1 day using Apex account, and 25k accounts are the what, I think they are the was 25k accounts. 25k accounts are the smallest accounts they have there. Okay, so you can go here. Then I think end of day 25k accounts. Yes, 25k accounts are the smallest accounts you can find here. Okay, you can go for no activation, or you can go for standard. But I always prefer the end of day throw, because the intraday throw doesn't make sense to me. You can go for no activation fee standard, then go for what, the 25k. You can go for no activation fee for $99, or you can go for the standard, which is the what, $39, but you pay an activation fee of what, uh, $99 afterwards passing. Okay, so it's better you go for the no activation fee, so that you pay for the what, the full $99 without paying for an extra what, $39. Okay, so that's all about the Osuk. And I'll also be talking about data, a data candle. Okay, and data candle happened Friday. Yeah, yes, this data candle that just happened on Friday, 7th August. Today is, I think today is 8th August. Oh, no, today is 9th August. Yes, today is 9th August. Yesterday was 8th, so Friday was 7th, and I got a nice data candle. Okay, so we are done with this, so let's remove that one. So I got a nice data candle play that happened exactly at 8:30 around this area here. So we will be trying to what, talk about that. Starting. So here, okay. So I caught this, as I just showed you guys on the what's the name, the Osuk. As I just showed you guys on the Osuk, I caught this what, 8:30 what, Osok, or Osok NFP what candle. This one also happened at 8:30, and just at 8:29, 10 seconds to what, 8:30. 10 seconds to 8. I actually did this on the 1 minute. Okay, so when it was 8:29 and it was 10 seconds to what, the 8:30, this candle had already dropped. Okay, so I dragged my sell stops around this area here. Okay, so which means that what, price never came to my what, my sell stop what area. Then my buy stop was also around this area here. So it picked my buy stop and it went straight up. Okay, I can show you that in a minute here. Okay, so I passed my account. Okay, there is it, this one here. So you see, price never what, my sell stop was around this area here. Price never came to the what, my sell stop area to what, actually kick me in a what, in a sell stop and a buy stop. I would have failed the account. If it had picked my sell stop and my buy stop at the same time, it means I'm hedging. I would have failed the account. Okay, so It didn't even get close to my sell stop area. Okay, but the 8 if I had placed the sell stop here before 829, 829 would have picked me inside and maybe hit my TP level. My sell stop was around this area here, around 10 seconds to the what this 830 candle here. It dropped, never reached, then I picked my buy stop, then straight for TP. Okay, so that's how I was able to pass what this account here. Okay, so I'll be teaching you guys how to trade the what the data candles. Okay, so what's a data candle? A data candle is a what? It's a high impact news candle. Okay, like the same as what Osok data candles like CPI, NFP, FOMC, and PPI. Okay, but data candles that I like trading is what CPI and what NFP. Why? Because from buying data that I have gathered, I see that what they are the ones that have the what highest win rate. Okay, and these data candle plays have the highest win rate. Okay, like to put all jokes aside, these data candles have the highest win rate. Okay, and I'll show you how to be able to what catch them or catch moves from what these data candles. Okay, so we have something we call data high and data low. So the candle high of that 830 news driver is called the data high, and the low is called the data low. Okay, and this NFP data candle formed, I think, 127 points, 128 points. Okay, so from the low to the high is what 120, and that's what we want. We want data candles that are above 70 points. Okay, that's what I regard as a data candle. A data candle that has more points, or just a single candle that has more points, more than what 70 points. That's what I consider as a data candle. Okay, now how do you know that a data candle is going to be good or not? Please write this thing down. One, when a data candle is printed, you sometimes have a data candle where the top wick is very longer than the shorter wick, just like what is happening on ES here, and just like what is happening on NQ. The top wick is longer than the longer wick. One thing that we want is what we want price to what sweep the bottom wick, which is the shortest wick, and move for the longer wick. Why do we need price to sweep the shorter wick first? Because the longer wicks have a lot of what liquidity. Okay, they have a lot of liquidity resting around that area there. Okay, the shorter wicks don't have a lot of liquidity there. Okay, so price will always move forward. The longer wicks are like some form of what magnet. Okay, they are like some form of magnet that are always what attracting price towards it. Do you understand? They are just like this. Okay, it's just like this. It's attracting price towards it. Okay, so we need it to attract price towards it, but we want it to first sweep the data low, so that when it sweeps the data low, we can get some form of what inversion fair value gap here. Then we go for the what the what we aim for the other side of the data candle, raise the data high, then we set our stop loss. Do you understand? Yes, this is exactly what we want to do. Okay, but on Friday, which is on this day here, price never swept the data low first. And one thing that you should know, let me go one candle in front. One thing that you should know is that you see, one thing you should also consider that makes the high the high of a data candle very good is because it forms a swing high. Look at the low here. You see this candle on the left, this one here, the one with this long width, is the 829 candle and the 831 candle. You see that what the 830 candle is not forming a swing low. But if you check the high here, you see that the 829 candle and the 831 candle are making the 830 candle a swing high. Okay, they are making this one a swing high. Okay, and the same thing is also happening on it's also happening on ES here. Okay, good. So let's see what price gave to us on Friday. Whether I swept the low first or I swept the high first. But one thing you should know, even if you sweep the high first, we are going to sell. Okay, but what we prefer is what price sweeping the shorter wick first. Okay, so let's see. So um so we get a sweep here at what, 837. Okay, 837 swept it, and still there wasn't, I was still sitting there and there wasn't any IFVG to sell. Okay, so I was still there waiting, waiting. Now I want to trade Nasdaq, but ES is also forming what, resistance around this area here. You can see that what, ES is failing to move up. Okay, and there's even what, an IFVG here. Okay, there's an IFVG here. That ES is what, ES might or may be able to what, invest. Okay, but Nasdaq, it just keeps on going up. Okay, Nasdaq just keeps on going up. So let's see. So Nasdaq keeps on going up, and Nasdaq, I think Nasdaq went up like almost 100 points. Went up almost 100 points, which is around there. Yeah, 94.50 points. Okay, before it reversed. Okay, but one thing that made me take this trade, you definitely see. Okay, I'll point it out to you. One thing that made me take this trade is the momentum. Okay, it's the momentum. The momentum is what actually made me take this trade. Okay, now how would the momentum look like, or how does the momentum look like? And I would want to show it to you right here. Okay, because one thing that I'm not considering here is that there is an inversion gap here, which is the first inversion gap that I always talk about, that you should always be trading. Okay, but it's too small. For data candles, I would love the inversion gap to be around somewhere here. So I actually entered my trade on this inversion gap here when price inverted it. Okay, because the momentum that it dropped, the momentum that it used momentum to drop these candles, okay, below this gap was very, very strong. Okay, just look at something. Now we get the inversion of this gap here. Good. But just look at something here. We get the inversion of what? This gap here also around what? 9-1. Okay. So when I got this is a nice momentum. Okay, this is a nice bearish momentum, because the only green candles you can see here is only two. The rest are just black candles. That shows you that what, this is a very nice momentum. Okay, so I went for the short on what, the 9-2 candle here. Okay, then I placed my stop loss, I think at, was it 28 points? Yeah, around this area here. Then I aim for 1:1. Okay, that's around here. Yeah, around there. Then just like that, I got what I was looking for. Okay, at what, 9.7. You get me? So this is the trade I took on Friday. And if you had aimed for more, you just get it. Like, data candles are so good. Like, data candles are so good. Okay, and you get what you're looking for. That's why I said that this is the most highest probability what trades that you can ever take in a what, in a month. And these things, CPI and NFP happens what, twice in a what, twice in a month. NFP happens once, CPI happens once. So you get two times to trade what, data candles what, every month. Sorry, you get 2 times to trade data candles every month. Okay, so this is the IFVG setup that I took on what, Friday, and I was able to trade this on my other Apex account, not the one that I passed using the what, the data candle here. Okay, I have two Apex accounts, and I passed one using this one here, and I used this one here to trade on my already existing Apex account. Okay, so that's all for today, and I hope you go over the video and watch it numerous times, like my video, and learn something, some one or two things about this. And please, please, please don't sleep on the Osok model. And this data candle that I just showed you here right now is one of the highest, like one of the highest. It has like an 80% win rate, and it's a very, 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 very good model. Okay, that you can use to watch trade. It's not even difficult. Just mark data high, data low, wait for one to sweep. But preferably we want the one where the one with the shorter wick to sweep first. Okay. Yeah, we didn't get that one, but we got the sweep of the longer wick, but we still had to sell. Okay. Yes. And this is one of the highest probability win rate strategy. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.